In the beginning, there was darkness, because Abner forgot to turn on his webcam. Hang on, guys. Yeah, because that's how I roll. Hi guys, welcome everybody. I see we've got Amber and Haru in chat. Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Anime Show. We have the name up here, and look here, we have it's Aiai's birthday celebration stream. Yay, look, yay, streamers, oh my god, yay, here, woohoo, yay. They don't make any, they don't make any noise. Aren't these things supposed to make noise? I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay. My mic says everything is good. Welcome to the stream. I have so many streamers. Look at that. They're just friggin' everywhere. Here, there's some on the camera. There's covering. They're just everywhere. It's like Cthulhu, Cthulhuoid stuff, just everywhere. Whoa, look at that. Welcome everybody to the stream. Wait till everybody gets settled in. Welcome again, welcome. Laura, hey, Laura, yay! Hi, Laura, Stuka, Haru, Amber, welcome to stream. You guys know everybody. Stuka, I'm sure Jay is floating around somewhere nearby or is within yelling distance. Welcome. Look, Laura, look, guys, more friggin' streamers. I bought streamers today simply for this, for this streamers for the stream. Get it? Dad jokes galore. Yay. Okay. I'm gonna put these streamers off to the side. I may bring them back later. You never know. Plus, we got these little blowy things. Right. Oh, and can't forget this. I actually got a party hat. She's en route. Excellent. I got a party hat. It's probably not going to fit on these headphones, so I'm going to take the headphones off. I won't need them too much, and I mean, you gotta dress the part, right? There you go. All right, there. Now the party can really get started because we have the hat, we have these little blow things, right? And we have friggin' streamers for the stream. Look at that. We're just getting started. So yes, there's stuff happening. We have food, which I will get to a little later. We have a song. We have a song that I'm going to sing to Aiai, for Aiai. We'll get to that in just a minute. But I just want to welcome everybody. This is episode 15 of Anime Show. The name up there. This is Aiai's birthday stream. See, I figured this out. It's right there. As you can see, I have a party hat on. I may take it off. Who knows? It may stay. We have stuff here everywhere, and I have an assortment I've got cake, well, cupcake. I've got some mochi. Jay, welcome. There you are. Jay, I'm sure as you can see, everybody on stream or on chat, you know everybody pretty much. I know Laura, you know Haru, you know Amber. Say hello. I'm pretty sure May's gonna make her way at some point here. We got snacks. I got some Pocky. Yeah, I got some Pocky. I've got some mochi. So that's for a little bit later. We'll get to those. We'll just go on down the line. I've got some stuff I want to share with you guys for today. But anyway, welcome to the show. Go ahead, settle in. We'll get started, or we are starting the stream. Streamers, because we're in a stream. Yes. For crying out loud. Abner, what has gotten into you? Well, everything has gotten into me. So there, I'll pull that back out a little bit later, and I've got these things for for fun. I bought an entire package of them, so I've got all these other ones here. So like I can do stuff like put all of them in my mouth and see exactly what happens. I think it's anyway. I think two is best. Two is best. There's something weird, something off color about that, so I won't get into it. So just checking my levels or my mic. I seem to be good. I hope you guys can hear me. Holler in chat if you guys can or can't, or you have some difficulty hearing me. Yes, I have the hat on. It's all set to go. We are ready for tonight. If people are watching and you are lurking, hello, lurkers. Welcome to the show. Minasan. Konbanwa. Well, konbanwa for me. It's probably konnichiwa for you, or ohayo gozaimasu. Abner des. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Hajimemashite. The other way around. Backwards. That's as much Japanese as I appear to know. Ima namahoso. Now is the live broadcast. Live stream YouTube. That's my and all other sorts of fun stuff. Things will be omoshiroi tonight. I'm pretty sure. I think you guys will all have fun. I'm gonna have fun. I'm just gonna have fun anyway. All right. So again, episode 15, anime show. I'm happy to be at 15 episodes, plus or minus. Well, not counting the. It's not all in line because there were a couple breaks in there. I wasn't available for a couple of them, so it's number 15. Number 14 if you're counting from the actual first episode where I use the title anime show. Otherwise, it's 15 from the very first episode, which I called At Random. It didn't last for that. So it's episode 15. I'm happy to have been doing 15 episodes so far. This is a lot of fun. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. I think you've been enjoying it. You keep coming back, so that's an indicator, I think. And again, for those of you who are new here, welcome. Please go ahead and hop into chat and say hello to everybody. Everybody's very nice. They won't bite unless you ask them to, or you ask nicely. However you want that to work. As always, tonight's episode, as the previous ones, are sponsored by, unofficially, yes, that's right, the Starbucks down the street from me. This is my, again, it's a hot beverage, which I will take a drink of. I hope you guys have a beverage of your own, frosty, adult, non-adult, whatever it might be. It could be something similar to mine. It could be something else. It could be iced. This is again a vanilla latte, which I am enjoying immensely. I've always been enjoying these ones, so I got myself one. So I have that, and along with that, whether I get to this or not, of course, we have the bag, which, as we all know, contains the chocolate coronet, Rimirin's favorite. It's the chocolate croissant, but I kind of have to say that. So, and as you might have already realized, Starbucks starts with the word star, which is kind of timely given what we're doing tonight. This here over on that side of the screen, because star is also in the word starlight, as in review Starlight, which of course features our birthday girl as kick butt French girl Claudine SHIYOU, one of the few kick butt French girls that there are that I'm aware of. And of course, I'm pretty sure now the Society of Kick Butt French Girls is going to come after me, screaming for my head on a stick. They're going to tell me, did you forget Joan of Arc? Or Monique, the foreign exchange student from the movie Better Off Dead? Or, Sacre Bleu, Marie-Hélène Lefaucheux of the French Resistance. Oh, mon Dieu, you uncultured swine, I fought in your general direction. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to do. Come after me for that, for only saying that Claudine SHIYOU is the only one. I know there's a whole bunch of, there's a lot of them out there that I don't even know about. So if you happen to know any kick butt French girls in film, movies, film, TV, comic books, send them my way. That sounded really odd. Like, yeah, set me up on a date. Like, set me up on a date with them, man, because I dig French girls who kick butt. My name is Kurt, and I'm vegan and I do CrossFit. All right, I'm then. What's this? Jay says, Aiai's bread, 0 degrees of Aiai. Yes, exactly, 0 degrees of Aiai, because it's her. It's just her. Once again, speaking of Review Starlight, this is that thing that I got in the mail the other week that I unboxed. The special unboxing. If you guys remember, there's actually, it was the cheerleader picture. There's actually two of them in here, as I noticed later on. I'm going to open it up because, you know, we're going to feature her exclusively today. So I'm opening it up now. So this is so awesome. Look at this. Okay, two pictures. That's the one you guys saw, and that was the other one in there. Look at that. Look at that. Look. 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 Look and bow. Well, no, not really. No, but no, it's really, they're really cool. Cute pictures. I mean, with the pom-poms and everything. And who doesn't dig French girls who kick butt? Oh, exactly. Exactly my point. So, you know, as long as I mention French girls who kick butt, I should be okay, right? I mean, you know, I have nothing against them. I'm all for them. In fact, the more French girls who kick butt, I think the better. And definitely Claudine SHIYOU is such that you guys remember the three swordsmen picture that I showed last week with Karen Aijo, Maya Tendo, Maho, and Claudine SHIYOU, all with the three swords. The three swordsmen of the apocalypse. Yeah, that's right up my alley. If it's not girls with guns, it's girls with swords. Xena, warrior princess. There we go. Speaking of which, you know, there. If that was, you know, could you just imagine? She's got dark hair, just like Aiai has dark hair, right? Huh? See, right. There you are again, Jay. 0 degrees of Aiai, right there. Just boom. Gonna set this aside in a nice place because, yeah, again, we're just gonna show Aiai all over today. Right there. This was that the paperback that I picked up that has the Aiai on one side, but you know, it's more importantly we have her there. Anyway, speaking of Aiai, it does turn out that tomorrow is her birthday, the 17th, of course. Today, the 16th, actually turns out to be the second anniversary of Lead the Way, which was used in one of the arcs of, I think it was Card Fight Vanguard, I think it was. Yes, Xena, yes. Another kick butt. She wasn't French. Another kick butt girl who had a sword. But anyway, it's the second anniversary. So this came out 2 years ago of Lead the Way. Yeah. So as you remember, that is an example of, there you go, Aiai with bangs, and then no bangs, right? Bangs, no bangs. There we go. Both are equally good. Although I have been noticing a propensity, look, big words, propensity toward Aiai with no bangs. But anyway, we'll get to that soon enough. So as I promised, the song will be featured. I'm gonna make that sure it's not falling. The song will be featured within the first 20 minutes of the stream mostly because I know as I get through the stream, my voice tends to tire. Not too much, but as far as singing goes, I think I'm more in my tip-top shape earlier in the stream, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that in just a moment. Let me just hydrate here, because, you know, we need to hydrate in addition to coffeeing, which is always fun. So this is a song I wrote when I decided that I was going to do a birthday stream for Aiai. And I thought it'd be something just, you know, in honor of her, a nice tribute song, as I am prone to doing in that way. And I'm hoping it, you know, somehow it reaches her. I mean, it's the internet. Anything is possible. She may never see this. She may never hear about it, or it may float through her through some third multiple parties in many degrees toward her, and she'll go, oh, hey, that was cute, and maybe in some shape or form, but then again, it may not. Or at the very least, if it doesn't quite get to her, maybe, the anime trope where if somebody's talking about you, you sneeze, right? So maybe at some point today or tomorrow there, in Japan, she'll be sitting there and start to sneeze, and the anime says, oh, is somebody talking about me? I'm sure they're always talking about her, so she's probably prone to sneezing. But so if people talk about you, you sneeze. If somebody sings about you, do you sneeze differently? I mean, is it a more musical sneeze, like ha 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 choo, something like that? Does it turn into like a little musical number? You're like hachoo hachoo, did someone say my name? Hachoo hachoo, don't know from whence this came. What's this? A song? Is that what's caused the sneeze? Oh, please explain. Will someone tell me, please? And yes, I just ripped off Les Mis, but you guys should have expected it by now. Anyway, Jay says she's going to be sneezing through your whole song. Probably, and just repeated sneezing to the beat. Oh, hey, there you go. It's like it'd be kind of like a little the unboxing dance, right? But you're sneezing instead of unboxing. You're sneezing to the beat. Choo hachoo hachoo hachoo. Yeah, something like that. Who knows? It could very well be the entire song or sneezing to the beat. As long as you're sneezing to the beat, I guess, to the beat of the rhythm of the sneeze. Thank you, El DeBarge from the 80s, if you know what I'm talking about. Great if you don't know. I'm just an old guy talking about old music. But anyway, all right, so let me go set up this song here. I have lyrics here, which I'm going, because I didn't completely memorize it, so I am going to be using lyrics. And let me set up my little speaker setup here. You'll hear some voices.
Power on.
Power on. Hey. Auxiliary. Hey, there you go. Okay, so I'm hoping I've got some good volume here. And here we go. Shall we do this? Okay. Here we go. Give me one sec. Just make sure everything is properly hydrated, and so on and so forth. All right. So this is a little song I wrote in tribute to Aiai. I wrote it about 2 weeks ago. I've been practicing. I have music that goes with it. I hope you guys enjoy. I think it'll be fun. And let's make sure I don't, it'll be fun. Okay, here we go. All right. And hang on. All right, here we go. Oh, Aiba Aina is my favorite SHIYOU. She plays Minato Yukina and Claudine Saijo too. She was born in Hokkaido and grew up in Osaka. The 17th's her birthday, so let's say hip hip hurrah. Oh, Aiba Aina, best SHIYOU to me. Yes, she is my favorite, as you can plainly see. Aiba Aina, best SHIYOU to me. Yes, she is my favorite, as you can plainly see. Aiba Aina is a movie fan, and she likes horse racing and the Pirates of the Caribbean. She used to be a wrestler called Yuki Harima. The crystal was her power move. Can you say shock and awe? Oh, Aiba, Aina, best say you to me. Yes, she is my favorite, as you can plainly see. Aiba, Aina, best say you to me. Etto, Joshiki ni Aiai-san ga suki. She released 3 mini albums and had her first live too. Aiba Derby's her own show, so fun to watch, it's true. She's on other shows with the Cuckoo Gumi and the Bandori crew. And when she's with maho-nee, hijinks will ensue. Charming, funny, talented, that's why I'm such a fan. Dakara, Aina Aiba ga ichiban. And so on this special day, I just want you to know, Aiai-san, o tanjobi o medeto. Oh, Aiba, Aina, my favorite SHIYOU. Yes, I am a real big fan. You can see it's true. Oh, Aiba, Aina, my favorite SHIYOU. I hope you like this song I wrote for you. And there we have it. Oh, May, welcome. I'm glad you made it just in time. Yes, that was the birthday song. Happy birthday, Aiai. She's right there. Happy birthday, Aiai. May you have many, many, many more, and hope it's a wonderful day. So, yes. So there we go. That was. Let's get back to the stream. Look at that right there. Thank you, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Streamers before the stream. Streamers for the stream. Yay! Look, May. Look what I got. Yes. So. That was a song. That was fun. Thank you guys. I hope. Yeah. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was cute. But anyway. So next up. Next up, I've got some things to talk about. Again, it's still going to be Aiai centered. Hope you guys are still with us. All you lurkers. Hope you guys are with us still. That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys. I see there's lots of applauding. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoy that. So let's continue. I'm gonna show you a couple videos, and then I think. Thank you, Amber. I'm gonna show a couple videos. There's many things I want to share tonight. I'm gonna show this first couple of videos, and then I think we've got snacks here that I was talking about. So we're gonna enjoy some snacks as we continue on with the evening. So I'm going to show this first video. So this one, you guys have already seen this one, I'm pretty sure, or at least as a refresher, we will go back to it. So here.
Ready? Go! Ah! ちょっと待って私の足見てこれ。ちょっと待って。絶対嘘だよ。ちょっと待って。もうね、違う手首より肘が痛い。おかしない？
Okay. Every time I watch that video, and I've watched it several times, yeah, this looks kind of weird, doesn't it? I got this party hat on. I'm trying to have the headphones on because I need to cue up stuff here. Let me do this as I knock it all the way over. In fact, it was actually a happy birthday hat. Look at that. How cool is that for... oops, for Aiai's birthday celebration stream. Hey, yay! Stream. There. Right. Anytime there's gonna be a queue, I'm gonna throw streamers. So you guys as I was saying, every time I watch that video, the thing that gets me is the expression on Aiai's face, even as Maho is screaming bloody murder, that she's dying. It's like a dying calf in a snowstorm. And Aiai just has this face like, oh my god, look what I'm doing, wham! Or just, slowly putting her arm down. And then she says, this is weird. Okashi, this is strange. And then as you guys might remember, she says, this does not bode well for, in so many words, this does not bode well for me. I want to be the one to be protected. I don't want to have to protect everybody all the time. Even though later on, maho-nee says, Aiai, please protect me. And Aiai says, okay. So anyway, having said that, this next video comes from an episode of Bandori Live. It's Aiai, Rachel from Raise a Swilin, our bassist there. And speaking of Aiai, yes, I know I don't have Aiai clothing. There was that whole catalog that she had out, and I think I missed the buying period. I didn't get there in time. I saw it. There was some cool stuff. The long sleeve shirts were pretty cool, but I think I missed out on the buying. Unless it's still open, and then I'll have to treat myself to some Aiai merch, specifically clothing. So this next video, some of you might have already seen it, but I want to share it anyway because this is so much fun. It's an episode of Bandori Live. I think it's an older one. It's got Rachel, Aiai, and Aiai, and in this little segment, the three of them are playing games. The game they're playing next, that shows up in this next clip. It's not going to be a whole clip, but just this little section with Aiai, which is friggin' hilarious. So Aiai picks arm wrestling, but she doesn't know which of the two of them that she's going to wrestle against, Aiai or Rachel. So she says, "Okay, you arm wrestle. I will arm wrestle the loser." So here they decide, okay, Aiai is going to referee. She's going to officiate, and it's down to Aiai and Rachel arm wrestling. Here we go.
なるほどな。これガチ？ガチするから。オッケー。でもな、私別にそんな強くないよね。じゃあ行くで。私弱いんだよ。嘘でしょ。ほんま。待って。オッケー。行くで。よーい、ドン。ああ、そんなに？秒です。嘘や、違う。今のはもう絶対ぶり越した。今の絶対ぶり越した。
Okay, so in the beginning she's saying, "Oh, I'm really weak. You're probably weaker than I am. I'm weak." And then she goes, wham! Like that, and then she gets up and says, "Oh my god, it wasn't supposed to happen like that. That's not how it's supposed to go." Rachel says, "That was quick. It happened in just a second. It was instantaneous." And she's saying, "No, she's faking. That she's weak. She's really strong. That's not me. She's faking. It's not how it's supposed to go." And she's denying the fact that she has powers, right? The power of Aiai. Okay, like that. Exactly. She's got which is my favorite little edit that I did. I like to watch that. I probably should post that on Twitter, maybe even YouTube, and just say the power of Aiai compels you or destroys you into a dumpster. Sharp-eyed viewers will probably note that I clipped the scene from Deadpool when was it the girl with the explosive power? I can't remember her name. Teenage, what's her name? Knocks into Gina Carano's character and knocks her into the dumpster. But anyway, it just looks like it was KDHR Kudo just getting smacked into the dumpster just from that elbow hit. So that is definitely the power of Aiai. Speaking of an elbow hit, they were playing around in that little video. What I'm going to show you next is an actual elbow hit from Aiai to somebody else. This is from this is a clip from, I think it was a press junket just when Review Starlight first came out. I think it's the first Review Starlight, the live show, which predates the anime, if I'm understanding it correctly. Yeah, I think it was the live show first, then the anime, and then there was a second live show, which I own and is my favorite live of the live shows. I'm not exactly sure. I'm figuring it out exactly why. But anyway, so there was a live show, and I think this is the cast meeting the press and talking about the show, their characters, what went into it. They're out there in costume. A lot of it is, I think, Hina, who plays Juna, talking about the show. She seems to be taking the lead, and I think the other girls were answering question. Right in the middle of that, a person walks in to talk to Aiai. She is a wrestler named Natsupoi. And she asked, and she gives flowers to Aiai. You can tell they know each other, and I'll get to that in just a second. And then she asks Aiai, she asks Aiai to give her an elbow hit. So here is Aiai and Natsupoi, who is part of Stardom Wrestling, Japanese Puro Resu, the female wrestling league. Here, have a look. Okay, that's a palpable hit, as I think that's a line from Shakespeare. The interesting part about that is I love how when you watch it again, if you want to, I'll play it again. Is maho-nee probably by this point knew, as I've mentioned in the song, she used to be Aiai used to be a wrestler. She wrestled for 2 years, actually 3 matches in a 2-year period, and then decided to retire. So she knows her stuff. She runs the show. I Love Pro Wrestling, the two of them, and they talk about wrestling, who the major players are, things that happen in the ring, about the matches, and they go through all the little nuances of different matches, and just about wrestling and female wrestling to a degree, but mostly history of wrestling and so on. So that's a hit there, right? What's interesting about that is I love when Natsupoi says, okay, go ahead, I want to take a hit from you, and Aiai says, okay, I'll give you one. She gives the flowers to maho-nee is grinning like Cheshire Cat, like, oh my god, this is going to be so friggin' awesome. And if you look in the background, just behind Aiai, off to the right of the screen, is Moepi. She yells out "Yabai" and puts her hand on her mouth, like, "Oh my God, what's going to happen?" Here, just watch it again. Yep. Right. Yeah. All right. Anyway, I just thought that was kind of cool. That was a fun little nuanced thing. Just maho-nee is going, oh my god, this is gonna be so awesome. Now, so Natsupoi takes an elbow from Aiai, and of course, as any wrestler is prone to do, they're gonna get revenge. So in a Starlight live stream, this happens. Oh, and it doesn't happen because I did not load I failed to load the video, which I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go live with the video now. So hang. I can't believe I did not do this. I could have sworn I checked everything from everything else the other night when I was putting everything together. Sorry about this, guys. My bad. I think I just got overexcited about putting the stream together. So hang on. Okay, we're loading. So little technical difficulty. I'm sure it happens in all streams. Probably not. Mine is the only one. I mean, there was that one time where I spoke for 15 minutes to nobody because I had not turned on the stream through YouTube, and you guys were just realized, oh my God, what's going on here? Okay, so let me do this, that. Okay, so all right. I think this is gonna work now. Okay, so this happens. Wrestlers want revenge. Here's what happens at a live stream of Starlight. Review Starlight. It's maho-nee, Aiai, and Haruki. And here we go.
お送りしてまいりましたスタリライブ配信中残念ながら何の曲これエンディングでこんな曲だったっけ何ですかこれいやいつもと違う曲なの
やばいな久しぶりだな以前はいいエルボー打ってくれたじゃねえか
見ましたそれ見ました
最近ちょっとたるんでんじゃないの一発来いや
嘘本当に急すぎないカーン今カーンって言ったんで試合開始ですゴングが鳴りましたこの光景前も見たこの光景デジャブだよね私たちね銀河劇場で見た銀河劇場のロビーで見た私すごい顔してたあすごいめっちゃ構えてるやん
来いや
構えてるしすごいちゃうねんってちょっと待って痛いわざとらしいな遅いです
いやでもな今日は今までの私だと思うなよ
いや
Okay, they're having fun. Clearly, they're having fun. So they got revenge. Revenge didn't work out so well for Natsupoi. She got taken down again by the former Yuki Harima. As I'd mentioned in the song, and earlier she did wrestle. The interesting thing about this this meetup, or the two meetups, that the one from earlier from Starlight, and then this second one, which this was earlier this year, I believe it was sometime in February or March, was that particular stream. The interesting thing about this is when Aiai first started, she was with a group of wrestlers that they had put together, and the team of them was called Actress Girls. And there was another group of ladies that they would wrestle against. But within Actress Girls, they had different pairings, and they would wrestle against each other in, matches and so on, and different storylines. Natsupoi was one of those Actress Girls. At the time, she was going under, I believe, Maki Natsumi was her stage name. Very similar kind of character. Natsupoi's character is very athletic. She was a gymnast. I guess, growing up in high school and whatnot. And so a lot of her entry, she's got a baton that she twirls, and she does a lot of flips and turns and stuff like that for her entrances. And she had a similar type of character for wrestling in Actress Girls, and I think which I think carried on. I think her Actress Girls persona was more sort of a young, innocent cheerleader type, and then this one is more of like a cheerleader, like Mad Max cheerleader, like I'm gonna kick your butt as I'm doing a flip in the air and then shove a baton down your throat, kind of thing. As Mad Max cheerleader, Road Warrior cheerleader, post-apocalyptic cheerleader will probably do to you. So it's not beyond reason that they know each other and are able to do that. It seems to come back naturally for Aiai. I suppose after 2 years you get used to the kind of thing, and exactly what you're doing when you do something like that. Oh my God! Apparently I'm going to share all the videos. So anyway, we'll go ahead and share the videos, and then we'll chat. We'll sit and chat. I'm going to eat. You guys will tell me what to eat, and then we'll talk. We'll probably talk some more anime or Aiai in anime, that sort of thing. So this one, since I did bring up her being a wrestler, this is footage from Actress Girls. Most of it is pulled from at least some of the 3 matches that Aiai was in as Yuki Harima, as Hari, is how she's been called. And you can actually see her. This is basically her in action. This was during her heyday as a wrestler. The other lady that you'll see her, these are tag team matches. Her tag team partner is a wrestler called Micah, who's still wrestling now. And and before I show the video, so there was a Hibiki style from a couple years ago, I believe, where Aiai features herself going back and kind of revisiting her wrestling heyday, and the little demo piece that they do together, that she does with another wrestler, is actually Micah, who she hadn't seen for a long time. So the two of them kind of show off their moves on that. I didn't pull that. I will link in the show notes to that video. It's really pretty cool, and it's got her commentary. She's up in the corner talking and remembering how she things that they were doing at that time and making a little commentary. So this one, in this footage, when you see the two of them together on stage, in the ring, the other wrestler is Micah, so they've known each other for quite some time. Another interesting thing, besides the fact that she knows these people, she knows Natsupoi, is that Bushiroad owns Stardom, and for that matter, men's wrestling, the Japanese pro wrestling, the franchise. They bought the franchise, which led to, at one point, at the end of the last thing that I showed you, the Starlight stream, Himika, the other wrestler, that wasn't Micah, but Himika and Natsupoi asked Aiai to become a ring announcer at an upcoming wrestling event. So, and I think I mentioned this before in one of the earlier streams, and if I didn't, I'll mention it at a different one when we go for some Ojo-sama, right? We'll talk about that because it was featured in there. It features the two of them, Maho and Aiai. So they get up to the ring and become ring announcers for one of the big matches that they had. I think this was in April of this year, earlier this year. It was either April or May. I think it was April. It was the Cinderella. They called it the Cinderella event or something like that. But anyway, so they got to show up, and they came on in their Starlight outfits, dressed as Claudine and Maya Tendo Maya, and they were up on the ring announcing and doing the in this corner and in that corner and on this corner, weighing in and giving all the stuff as the wrestlers came in. So anyway, a little tidbit. So it's not, again, beyond reason that they show up in Starlight. Starlight is also owned by Bushiroad, the Bushiroad franchise, they would show up, and there's a cross pollination of this stuff. And I think at another point too, a Hibiki SHIYOU was asked. I can't remember who it was. I'll have to look back. Maybe May, you might know, but there was somebody had tweeted a Hibiki SHIYOU, which is the voice acting agency owned by Bushiroad. There was another one of the other Hibiki SHIYOUs actually went and was also a ring announcer for a wrestling match, and I think it was, I can't remember who it was, and this was several months ago. But anyway, so Bushiroad owns that, so why not put them together? They know each other. They've got connections. So here, without further ado, this is Aiai as Yuki Harima several years back when she was wrestling, and this is some footage that I pulled from the YouTube from the YouTube channel for Actress Girls, which I'll also link to, and you can see all these other videos for her. But anyway, there's some really, that's where I get. I know I'm pausing. I'm just having fun. Can you see? It's the stream. There we go. Anyway, I have so many streamers. Oh my god, guys, I'm gonna be up to my ears in streamers, and these little blow things. So anyway, where was I? Yeah. So from that channel, do you guys remember the little video of Aiai singing from Little Mermaid, and she's dancing around the little kitchen living room area with another fellow wrestler whose name escapes me at the moment, but that was also from that channel. It was behind the scenes stuff of all of them horsing around or in training, and then doing little videos for the camera. So anyway, let's get back. This is from Actress Girls several years back. Aiai as Yuki Harima, and I will let you watch, and you come to your own conclusions, and I will I'll see you at the end of the video. Okay, here we go. No. Turtles. God damn. Sorry if that was yeah, sorry. Just wow. That the first time I saw that, my jaw just hit the floor. Things went in there that shouldn't have gone in there, and I'm thinking, oh my god. Right? And actually I didn't finish up that video. Here, no. Yeah, look at that. Look at them arms. Look at those arms. Look at those guns. Talk about welcome to the gun show. She has, I mean, I'm not surprised that she took down Rachel and Maho so easily. You can kind of see them now. There's another picture which I forgot to put up on stream where she's basically flexing, and I mean, she's still got. She keeps claiming that she's weak. I don't think she is. She's still fairly fit, and especially that time when she's wrestling. The leap from some of that is amazing. The Cristo, that thing where she flips around somebody, that was her power move. I don't know. She grabs your arm, wraps herself around, and basically pins you. It's like an arm bar, but standing up. I'm not going to even wrap my head around that. She's taken some. I didn't show the ones where she took hits because that looks a little painful, but she's dishing it out. And then my favorite is, of course, aside from the Cristo, is that fly, the dive from the edge of the ring onto the other girl. Yeah, sure, go ahead, just fall, just go power dive into. Power dive into somebody across the ring. I have a new form of entertainment for fall. Yeah, Stuka, if you're interested in Joshi Pro Wrestling, it's all women's wrestling. They've got Stardom has a. I don't know if that's exactly what you were talking about there, Stuka, but I've been watching it. They're a lot of fun. You can see Natsupoi competing or fighting for various titles and whatnot. She had a championship belt at one point, and I think a couple months back she lost it to another wrestler. Now there's friction, and they do trash talk on Twitter. It's kind of fun. Yeah, so they actually, Stardom has their own YouTube channel that you can see. They do clips from the various matches and fights, and I think there's a couple ones coming up. They've got, I think, 4 or 5 different groups within the Stardom banner. I know one of them, the one that Natsupoi belongs to, is called Donna Del Mundo. Del Mundo, there's like 5 of the wrestlers there. They wrestle as a team, either tag team or single. Then there's another one. There's two or three other ones. I can't remember what their names are. They kind of have their own little niche type of thing. They're kind of like Bandori, where here we go, 0 degrees of Bandori. They're kind of like the bands in Bandori, where you've got the different themed ones. You've got Haro Happy World, you've got Afterglow, you've got Roselia, Poppin'party. So each of these little teams have their kind of own little a theme. They've got a thematic thing going on where they're all this type. I think one of the there's one group where they're kind of very goth looking. I can't remember which one they are, but go look them up. If Stuka, if that's what you're game for, go for it. I think a lot of the longer matches you have to pay for subscription, but they do show clips and highlights from various other matches on their YouTube channel. It's just something interesting. I've never been one to watch wrestling. Well, I take it back. I've never been to watch recent wrestling. I used to watch it when I was a kid. Back in the days of Andre the Giant, the Iron Sheik, who's it? Jesse the Body Ventura, Sergeant Slaughter. This is the 80s. This is Hulk Hogan in his heyday, way back when, with Andre the Giant before he passed away, who everybody probably knows from Princess Bride, best known at least outside of the wrestling side of things. He was very well known for that. But anyway, that was my wrestling. That was a wrestling that I grew up on. I didn't follow all the other ones. WWE. This was WWF way back when. I didn't get into WWE. I mean, you hear about The Rock. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? All that. John Cena. This whole thing. I can't do the eyebrow thing. That's not in my wheelhouse, unfortunately. I used to watch it. Yeah. Oh, The Undertaker. Yes, I remember The Undertaker. He was badass. Oh my god, I love his entry. That was so goth and dark. Like, he comes out, the big hat. Speaking of the hat, speaking of The Undertaker, is it just me, or does he remind you of Vampire Hunter D, which was an anime well before what is this, Castlevania? We had Vampire Hunter D. This was we're talking back in the 80s. I saw that in high school. That was awesome. That was, an early anime movie that I thought was pretty kick butt. I would probably like to hunt that down. Since this is anime show, I mean, we're talking, used to be my fave. The Undertaker was cool. Just the outfit, very Alice Cooper, but with the hat, the kind of Van Helsing wide brimmed hat that reminded me. I remember when I first saw him, even with the trench coat, it reminded me of Vampire Hunter D. And I do believe. Oh no, I'm not going to give the D stands for something specific in the story. You find out about it in the movie. I won't give spoilers. I'm probably going to try and track it down and watch it. Yeah, see, right. It's Vampire Hunter D. I mean, he's not riding a horse or anything, but he comes in, at the entrance with the lights and everything and backlit and all that. But yeah, no, just with the hat, it reminded me of Vampire. Well, the first time I saw him, I was like, hey, this is kind of interesting. Yeah, so that was my my exposure to wrestling. Never really got into the whole female wrestling stuff. I know there was a whole bunch of stuff that went on. That was kind of, especially in WWE. I'm not sure what the storylines were. There were lots of parallel stuff going on, and then they had the female wrestlers. I'm not watching the Japanese men's wrestling. I know there's a bunch of people that I've seen on Twitter who talk about it a lot. I like the women's wrestling. They just seem fun. So I've watched 3 or 4 of those match highlights on YouTube. Mostly, particularly the ones that have Natsupoi, just because I think it's mainly because. And I will admit it, mainly because she has the Aiai connection. 0 degrees of Aiai, right there. You hear it right here on this stream. 0 degrees of Aiai. That's always the connection. 0 degrees of Bandori, right? That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Hey, so yeah, so that just watching her at that level of athleticism. I mean, whatever you think of wrestling, whatever you might say, it's fake, it's this, it's all, hokey. I've heard it called, it's men's soap opera. Stuka, the only Japanese men's wrestling I watch is sumo. I've seen sumo. Some of that is really interesting. I've only seen bits and pieces. Usually I think it was like on ESPN2 or maybe Fox Sports News or whatever, or Fox Sports, like late at night, and it was just like a little clip, and it wasn't the entire match. It was just like highlights of different matches, like just show, and they'll show the highlights and the highlights reel. And oh, here's so and so, and there we go, and then here's the next match. I just want to see the entire thing. But anyway, say what you want, whatever it is that you might think about wrestling. It's fake. They're just muscled up guys. It's men's soap opera, whatever it is. They're not really athletes. Some of the stuff that they have to do, I mean, if you think about it, there's pictures of Natsupoi jumping off the top turnbuckle, landing, and some of the stuff that Aiai was doing. I mean, taking the hit. I mean, yes, the mat is padded. They show that. They show you how to fall. But you have to take the hit. I mean, it's impact. You take the hit. It's probably pulled to some degree, but you're still taking a hit. It's not like in stunt work where they miss and it's the way the cameras are angled that show you the hit. I mean, this is you're taking an actual hit. It's like pretty much you're sparring. Probably not at you're pulling some of the punches, but something is still landing. And the fact that they can do all that stuff, they're training. I would say that it's athleticism on some degree. It may not be the athleticism that everybody wants or thinks about, but it is a form of athleticism. And the fact that they do all these things, they're leaping from the top of the turnbuckle, they're landing on these people, because you got to land on something, right? You land on them, they take the hit, they deliver the story, they deliver the impact of the hit, the reaction of the hit. They get taken down, whatever it is that they're doing. It's like live. It's a live stunt show without pulling any punches. But anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, Aiai again. 0 degrees of Aiai. The fact that she was able to do all that, is kudos to her. I think that's I know a lot of the other ladies in Bandori and the Kukugumi, they have backgrounds in sports and whatnot, dance, ballet, what have you, a lot of singing background. Aiai just happens to have been a former wrestler, and it's really interesting when she's asked about it in interviews. I wouldn't say she's hesitant to talk about it, but she gets very shy and embarrassed. I don't know if that's embarrassed because she was a wrestler or that people know about it, and I don't think there's any kind of I can't see a stigma that seems to be there when she's answering those questions. I think it was a part of her. I would hazard to guess that she's surprised that people pick up on that, and I think it's not the expression of, oh my God, you're talking about it and I'm embarrassed. That I think she's tickled pink that people remember that and the stuff that she can do. I mean, hell, I don't think she'd be doing I Love Pro Wrestling the show, which has something like 30 episodes now since it started back in earlier this year. I don't think she'd still be doing that show and doing that stuff if she wasn't a fan of wrestling itself. And it comes out when she talks on the show about it and shares it with the other Bandori people. I think it's mostly the Kukugumi who've shown up, because I have yet to see, well, aside from Ayasa, who, as you know, Ayasa, from Ayasa, Ito Ayasa, Arisa, yay! Aside from her, since she crosses both camps, we know her as Arisa. She's also Kaoru in Review Starlight. She crosses both sides. I don't, at least the ones I've seen, I've not yet seen, and I may have missed. If they have, somebody do say, and I will go and watch those. The ones that I have seen, of the ones that were on YouTube and the ones that I've seen on Nico Nico, yes, I did subscribe. I think I mentioned this before. I subscribed to I Love Pro Wrestling Maho channel, and I have a subscription to Iba Derby. Surprise, surprise. No, not really. Not surprised. So I watch those when I can, and it's nice to have a subscription because you get to watch the. I think it's after an hour. They have additional footage that lasts for another hour, and that's like the members only section. So they do some fun stuff, and then they do even more fun stuff. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I don't think she'd be doing that show if she didn't enjoy pro wrestling or wrestling. Yeah, pro wrestling in general. And it comes out when she's talking about it. She's very knowledgeable. She knows her stuff. And she's just having fun. As I was saying, I've not yet noticed if any Bandori people have shown up aside from Ayasa. I know a lot of the Kukugumi have shown up. Moe-P has shown up recently. Momoyo has been there. Ikuteteru has been there. I want to say Haruki was there at one point, not too long ago. I know Moe-P was just recently, but I don't remember that. I don't remember if any, like for example, if any of Poppin'party have shown up, or Roselia did. Well, or wait, did some Roselia people show up? I'm gonna have to turn around and look. I'm trying to think. Did Yuki show up? No, am I thinking of? I may be mistaking her for somebody else. Anyway, maybe it's time to look back and see. We'll see what kind of degree of Bandori we have on I Love Pro Wrestling. That's because it's the kind of thing that I will go and do. Hey, did you know we have 2 degrees of Bandori in episode such and such of I Love Pro Wrestling? Did you know we have 3 degrees of Roselia, 1 degree of Roselia? However we want. Maybe, that would be fun to bring the Bandori people into, because the ones that I've seen of the Kukugumi, they just have a lot of fun. It's like a party. I mean, she's talking about pro wrestling and teaching them stuff about it, and then between like I said with Maho. Anything can happen, and anything does usually happen anyway. I would love to see some Bandori people show up on I Love Pro Wrestling if they haven't already. Like I said, ISL was the one that I've seen. I would love to see Aimi show up on an episode of I Love Pro Wrestling. They have fun anyway. I mean, that one that we were just watching with Rachel, they have fun. They always have fun when they're on a stream together. Whether a live stream, especially in some of the older streams of Hibiki and Bandori TV, where it was Aimi and I think it was Amita, and then earlier it was it Amane? Anyway, they would do a sort of a interview chat. Aiai would dress up in a maid outfit, and she would be the hostess, and then they'd have the different guests, and then usually they'd either play a game or they talk about stuff, and Aiai would usually be one of the more frequent guests in addition to everybody else, and there was always a nice interplay between the two of them. I'm sure they, as one of the earlier of the Bandori bands. I mean, after all, with the second their first live, the 9th live with the two of them, the beginning, just like I mentioned, they're two sides of the same coin. Having been the earliest of the bands that got formed, not just in the not just the lives, but in terms of the story, they were sort of the key ones that bring everybody else kind of together. You hear about in the anime, you hear about Poppin'party, but you also see Roselia. The other ones sort of formed a little bit later on. Is what the way I saw it. I mean, okay, yes, there were some band members of Afterglow and a few others in the audience of in the audience of Space when Kasumi gets up and does the Kira Kira song. And then you start to see more of the other bands coming out, but it's mostly, I mean, Roselia was up front, and I believe they were the earliest of the live bands to get up there and perform before the other ones show up. But anyway, that would be fun to see Aiai in an episode. I mean, Ayasa's already been there. It'd be fun to see Aiai show up in an episode of I Love Pro Wrestling. That would be, I think that would be fun. Okay. How about some food, guys? I have food that needs to be eaten. So I am kind of hankering for some mochi, and we can talk some more. It is still the birthday celebration. So I got two types of mochi. Which one would you like me to open? I've got, this one is called the Imperial Mochi Taro flavor. And this one is Adzuki bean, which is red bean mochi. Yes. Wouldn't it, May? Aiai, Maho, and Aiai. Oh my god, that would be really something. I could just I'm just imagining what that would look like. I think that would be the hoot. That would be a hoot. Okay, I leave it up to you guys. Which one would you like me to open and eat on stream? We have that, what are you calling again? The birthday mukbang stream. Oh my god, we're actually gonna do this. All right, pick one. Red bean. Okay, we got a vote for red bean. I'm gonna take 3 votes. What say you all? So we have a vote for the Adzuki. Not taro. Okay, so red bean. We have 2 votes for red bean. Anybody else? Come on, guys. Which one do you think? We have 2 for red bean. Do we have another one for red bean? The Adzuki. Adzuki, yeah. So far, according to Stuka, taro flavor janakute Adzuki. Des. Red. Okay, looks like we have 3 votes for red bean. We are going to open the red bean. So we're going to set that aside. We also have Pocky with all this. And oh, did I show you guys? I did mention there was cake, right? So I did get a cupcake. This is from a local Safeway. Oh my god, I think if I eat all of these, I'm going to have get into a diabetic coma. But we're Pocky. Anyway, yes, we're gonna open up the red bean taro. There are 6 of them, and we will slowly make our way through all 6 because it will be tasty. yeah, so here, let me open this up. And then if you guys want to throw some questions at me, if you like, of things we can continue to chat about, I'm very much happy to talk more about Aiai. I'm pretty sure the song kind of spells out why I like her. And it's her and Maho, of course. But I think Aiai has sort of taken the lead. They're still there, you know. It's still I Maho. I don't think it'll ever not be I Maho. It won't be I and then Maho and then everybody else. It's I think I'm not sure why it just seems to work. Not that they can't be one. It's not one without the other, but for some reason in my head, it's the pair of them are it's just a pair. Anyway, so I Maho, and then I think after that, Ayasa, and then let's see, how did it was I Maho, Ayasa, Kudoharu, Meguchi, and I had somebody. Who did I have? Duh, Aimi. I know some. I know there's gonna be some. Aimi is at the bottom. Well, that's my list. Your list is probably gonna vary. And again, these are just seiyus, and they're all Bandori because that's the one that I like. I know I'm sure there more out there in the world. Great. I'm interested in the Bandori seiyus. This is where my fan base goes. So yeah. So Ai Maho, Ayasa, Kudoharu, and then Aimi. And then, of course, that's just the seiyus. My character choices are different. We all know who's at the top of that one. Yeah, I don't know where the rest of it stays from there. I'll have to think about it, but since the first episode, I thought Ayasa was fun and, cute. So, all right, let's open this up. So we are open. There it is. Look at that. And remind me not to eat this little thing. What is in this package? Oh, is it? Do I open it up and wipe my hands with it? What does it say? No, it's the do not eat stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna eat it, guys. Don't worry. I'm not that bad. Don't answer that question. Don't comment on that. All right, get myself some napkins. I've got a few here. All right, here we go. So this is Adzuki bean mochi, red bean, and I've always liked the red bean one. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. Here it is, the mukbang. My God, what you've been waiting for. There. Look at that. Look at that goodness. Up here. This is the camera. Look at that. All right, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Yes. Oh, excellent. Very good. Yes. And yes, I'm going to eat all 6 of them because that's how I roll. Yes, streamers. Yay, stream. Oh, crap. Sorry, threw one of these at myself. Streamers. Yeah. Streamers for the stream. Yeah, I've decided I'm not going to get to the cupcake. I think that might just be too much. So that's going to go in the fridge for future eatings. And okay, we're on number 2. So yeah, seriously, when I show this picture, that's literally it fits. I can't see her not striking that pose and thinking, wow, that just, it fits her. It fits her personality, her. Whether I don't think it fits Yukina. Minato-san would probably not pose like that. She'll probably have more fun posing, holding cats, since we know she's a big fan of cats. But that pose, that just, dropping into that, she's gonna kick your butt, and you damn well know she will. She's got the skill set. So yeah, that I think that definitely fits her, and I do like that. I think that's an awesome pose for her. Look, this is so good. You guys should be eating some. You guys should be eating some of this. So this is one of the things that we do, I guess, on the stream. If we're not talking about anime, I'm eating, and you guys are vicariously enjoying, since because I've got coffee too. If you're also not partaking, I'm happy to be eating for you. Should I eat closer to the microphone? Should we do this as a kind of anime ASMR? Should I have this? Should I go get some toast? I don't have any bread. Should I get some toast next time and then run here and make sure I'm not late? Run with toast in my mouth just to... Now, I still have to go up those stairs. Still need to find stairs where I can do that Revolutionary Girl bit. What would be fun, though, and I was thinking about this, is, and I would have to set up a camera to do this tripod and everything. Maybe borrow if somebody has a... Or no, I probably find a tripod that would fit my camera with the extension. I'm eating for 6. Stuka, are you trying to tell me that this shirt makes me look fat? I'm just kidding. I'm eating for... Oh, I get it. I'm eating for 6. Yes, the 6 people in chat. Yes, I'm happy to eat for 6. Should we do some ASMR? I'll sit here and just chew right next to the microphone. Chew very close to the microphone, very softly. Or maybe I'm going on this side and chewing. Or this is just friggin' weird. I'm going on this side and chewing. No, that's just odd. That's just odd. I don't know about that one. I'm just gonna eat. I'm eating for 6. Enjoy. You're eating for chat. Yes. Eat with me. 2 days gone by. I'm eating for. Yes, I am eating for chat. It's my pleasure to eat and drink for chat. I'm sure, as you know, I don't think I've eaten the chocolate croissant in chat. So maybe next week, because I get one, for the stream, I will eat the choco coronet on stream in honor of Rimi-rin. And again, I have Stuka and Joy and Jay to thank for these stickers. Sorry, right? Because these are just awesome. There's Rimi when she turns into the choco coronet, and then disappears from that episode of Garupa Pico. And this is not the ASMR. This is not the content. Okay, yeah, no ASMR. I'll yeah. And then these are from Stuka and Jay. Thank you again. Yes, I have not put these on anything. They're still in the original whatever's the original, what would you call it? The original sheet that they're on. They've not been peeled. I don't plan on putting them on anything because I just like them there. Because then I can carry them around, right? If I want to, I can put them in the lanyard that I have, which I'm not wearing at this time because it's a Aiai. And I've got Arisa, who is played by Ayasa, Ito Ayasa, who is also in Starlight, Review Starlight with Aiai. As we know, there we go. There's 2 degrees of Aiai, 0 degrees of Aiai. All right. So I'm eating. We'll take another one. There. Yep. So I guess the content, you signed up for is anime and food. Oh, that's right. It is her birthday. Thank you. May just pointed out October 25th, which is next week, right? Next week? Just about next week. Next, not this coming Monday, the Monday following. So it's Nishimoto-san's birthday. Yeah, chocolate cornet party will be nice. We'll eat that in honor of her. That'll be fun. We can say happy birthday in a couple days because the 25th, according to my calendar here, the 25th is Monday. And again, they're a day ahead. It's already the 17th in Japan. Aiai's actual birthday day. We are here. I'm broadcasting. It's the 16th, and I think for a couple of our chat people, it's already the 17th for you guys, right? If I'm not mistaken, May, Haru, and Amber, I think you guys are already ahead several hours from us here. So happy Sunday to you guys. Happy Aiai's birthday to you guys. Yeah, it's like you're in the future now. Isn't that cool? I like how that works. They're in the future. We're still in the past. We're still, we're still on flip phones, and you guys have the latest iPhone or the latest Samsung Android phone, and I'm still on a rotary. Yes, hello from the future. Oh wow, what is it like in the future? Do you guys have robots? Dude, you're in the future. You guys have to have your own personal jetpacks, right? You have a personal jetpack. You have robots, and you have a hoverboard. Because when did we not get the hoverboard? Weren't supposed to get it in 2015? That was what, like 7 years ago? 2015, six years ago, we should have gotten it. Did somebody else get it? Did other countries get it, but not the U.S.? Back to the Future, you disappoint me. So, hello from the future. Hello from the past. Soon it will be the future. We will go into the future. Time. This is totally time travel, right? I'm talking to the future right now. Wasn't there a movie where some guy talks to, was it some guy or some girl talks to her dad who died or something, but through a radio? And it was a movie, wasn't it? It was a movie or a TV show, maybe something on Netflix. I think it was a movie. Yeah, I think it was a movie. It was Jim Caviezel plays a cop who ends up talking to his dad who passed away through a radio, but his dad is dead. And I'm not sure exactly. I think it's like a crime drama or something. Anybody seen that movie? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Am I just talking out of my backside here? I thought there was a movie where, or maybe it wasn't Jim Caviezel. Maybe it was what's his face, the other guy from the Time Machine, Guy Pearce, right? Something about talking to somebody in the past through a radio or something. Like one night he's listening to the radio and he hears, "Hello, you're my son," or something like that. Yeah. Luke, who's your daddy? As it were. So, yeah. Oh, speaking of, not really speaking of who's your daddy, but I just speaking. We're talking about more Bandori. If you haven't seen Bandori Fever, Garupa Pico Fever, the second episode just released this past Thursday. Stuka, you have to look at the first episode. You're going to enjoy it. Just because they talk about it's the whole war. It was the seven warring samurai Bandori clans, and just because it was talking about it was like a Jedi drama, a samurai drama. I thought you'd get a kick out of it. Check it out. I think I put a link in the last episode. I'll put another link here, and I'll put a link to the playlists that are on the Bandori TV YouTube channel, because they're the ones who are putting them out. These are friggin' hilarious. I mean, I love what they do in these little chibi, and they're short episodes. They're like what, 2 or 3 minutes long. under 3 minutes, and they're just friggin' hilarious. Lots of in-jokes. I'm surprised. I can't remember if any of them have actually made it into the anime. They might have, and I just haven't noticed it. The live house that features in season 2 of Garupa Piko Omori, Circle, shows up in the second season as a rehearsal hall or a rehearsal house for the bands. And in the second season, I'm not sure why they targeted Circle, but I think they just needed some place. So the live in the second season of Garupa Piko, I just love the way that the live house pretty much gets destroyed by the end of the season. Just crap just starts happening to it. Things start to fall apart. I think there was a gigantic Michelle head that falls on it, while Marina, the caretaker, the manager, is fixing the roof. They decide they're going to put a gigantic Michelle head, Michelle the bear, for those who haven't seen it. I'm sure everybody, of course, here has seen it. Jay, Stuka, you need to watch Bang Dream. But they've got the big Michelle head. It's the one where they open up the Michelle Cafe. I think it was like episode 24, 25 of the second season. And the big head is up there, and she's fixing the roof, and I think she actually accidentally knocks off one of the guy wires, and the entire head just rolls on top of Circle from next door, the cafe next door, and then Circle just kind of gets crushed and falls in, and everybody's like, oh crap, I think we did that, and then the episode ends. And just the crap that Marina goes through. And of course, when you watch the first episode of Fever, did I see it right at the very beginning? The Warring Clans, they show a map of the Warring Clans, and they're all Circle, they're all bordering, all 7 clans bordering with Circle, the live house in the middle. And I think in the beginning shot of the first episode, Circle's on fire. I mean, it's friggin' on fire. And there's like flames rising up, and I think it's burning even as we speak. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. It's all the stuff that you would see in like a gag comic, but I like the fact that it's a gag comic with the Bandori girls, and the fact that they poke a lot of fun at some of the more extreme behaviors, especially Kasumi. I mean, my favorite is, I think I want to, is it the... No, it's the opening of the second season, Garupa Pika Omori. May says, Marina should get a pay raise for... Oh, I think she should. I think she should just end up owning Circle. I think she's just an employee there. I don't know that we've actually ever seen who owns Circle. We know that Marina is the one who is always in the episodes. When they show up at Circle, she's behind the counter. I think I want to say there was another couple of people working at Circle, or maybe it's just her. And I'm thinking of Galaxy, where they had a bunch of people help. Yeah, I think it was Galaxy. There were like 2 or 3 other girls helping Rock with the with all the live performances that were happening there. And I think it was just Marina. In Galaxy, in Circle, trying to get Roselia to do a live there, and she would give him a reduced rate. She should definitely get a pay raise for... I think she should just outright be the owner of Circle, and, then she'd have to be responsible for fixing everything that the girls do to her place, and just, I mean, she does mention they're short-staffed, but we never actually see, at least I don't remember seeing in the anime, if there were any other characters besides Marina at Circle. I may need to rewatch season 3 to figure that out. But no, my favorite entrance of that shows off just how they treat Kasumi, and I'm pretty sure it's all in fun, but I think Kasumi's character lends a little bit of that to that treatment, just from her ebullience and over enthusiasm, and I mean it's infectious enthusiasm anyway. She's over enthusiastic. No, there's the first episode of Circle opens up, or the first episode of Pico Omori, the second season, opens with Circle. It's raining. People are coming. The bands are coming in to rehearse, and Marina, is behind the counter. The lights have gone out. Bands come in, and each time is a dramatic entrance. So you see pastel palettes, and they come in and they strike a pose, and they have the name flash across the screen, pastel palette, or afterglow, and they come in and strike a pose. So toward the end of the group, Haro Happy comes in, and then they have from the darkness, the five figures come out, and it's Roselia, and it's very dramatic lighting that's it's angled from the bottom, and then all of a sudden they see a flash of light, and through the windows you see five figures jump through. They dive through the windows, like very much superhero, very, very Super Sentai. I'm not surprised that they haven't done a Super Sentai pose where explosions. Well, I think that was Pastel Palette does a Super Sentai series of bits for their. It's like Super Sentai Magical Girl. Anyway, so the entrance for Poppin'party, they crash through the windows, and it looks like all of them hit the floor in the classic superhero pose, one knee down, one knee up, kind of doing this, and then right in the middle is Kasumi, and she just does a face plant, and the expression on her face is like, oh crap, wham! And I think the first time I saw that, I was eating something. When food comes out your nose, it's very painful. I think I was having tacos with rice, and if you've ever had rice shoot out your nose, I'm surprised it didn't. I didn't get it all over my computer screen. I think it was just in the. Excuse me. I think it was just in the foil wrapper, and I got some on my desk. First time I saw that, I howled. Food came out of various orifices in the facial cavity. We won't get into any further details, but I just like to look back and rewind that part where she just basically a lettuce moment, but not so much lettuce. It was Spanish rice, which is that stuff is you don't want that going in that direction, but just Kasumi just does this face plant, and everybody else, the rest of Poppin'party hits the superhero pose, kind of like when Iron Man lands and you got that really cool dramatic one. She's just doing a face plant right in the middle of everybody else, and then of course she gets up and like nothing happened. I'm fine. Everybody's fine. Doesn't matter that 5 seconds ago I just landed on my face, and her feet are up in the air, and she looks like she's basically broken every bone in her torso. Broken her neck, but no, she's fine. She's all good. So stuff like that, I really enjoy the little chibi thing. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have already. I'm pretty sure you've probably seen all of them multiple times. Stuka, I expect you to go and watch at least the first episode. Hop onto to YouTube just to watch that. I think you'll get a kick out of it. The way they introduce the warring clans of Bandori samurai is just hilarious. And I'm sure you'll like it. Their emblems come up in the standards, with the scroll, and then they have the sound in the background when they get, and they're wearing the helmets with the very stylized samurai helmets with the flared piece in the back and all that. And this should interest you too. If anything, this might get you to watch the show, because one of the characters is actually a fan of Japanese warrior culture. Eve Wakayama is half Japanese, half Finnish, and she has a penchant for Bushido. And I believe she's one of the only characters who carries around a wooden sword, or is known to carry around a wooden sword. And they make fun of her in Garupa Pico in the Pico series, because she's always saying something about the samurai way and Bushido, and I'm doing this, and she's got a katana with her. Speaking of a wooden sword, I think I was reading that she does carry around a wooden sword, whether for practice, shinai, if anything. But that does remind me, it's not so much in the anime, but in live number 2, Ikutoteru's character carries a sword, and I'm blanking on her character, Futaba. Futaba walks around on stage with a shinai, and that's part of her character. She carries it around, throws it over her shoulder, and then there's a couple of scenes where she actually uses it as part of the play, which I thought was kind of interesting. She's walking around, and I think in the anime, it's replaced with a motorcycle. I believe she and Kaoru usually come to school, to campus, to not Seiren, and I'm just blanking on the name of their school, but to the school that they go to, the academy. I believe they're on a motorcycle. She rides around with a helmet, so a little change in there. I personally like her walking around with the wooden sword, and she poses with it, and she does a couple of dances in the opening sequences of live number 2. They have some character intros. She uses this. She basically does choreography with the sword, either as kind of like a cane, or not necessarily using it as one, but some of her moves. Seisho, thank you, May. It starts with an S. It's not Seiren. It's thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you, May. So the Seisho girls, that's right. She a lot of the choreography that she does, whether it's her singing or part of a group choreography, she's got the sword, which is kind of interesting to watch her with it. Yes, thank you. That's her school name. Thank you. I blanked. I knew it started with an S, and it wasn't Seiren, because that's the other group, which as I pointed out the other day, the Love Live characters also come from a school called Seiren High School, whereas in Review Starlight it's a Seiren Academy of Art, or something along those lines. So anyway, yeah. So another character that carries a sword around. Eve, go see. You might. And I can't remember if. I know there's references made to Bushido for her character in the anime. They show up mostly in the second and third season. I'm in the middle of second season primarily because of research. And that research, if I haven't already mentioned to folks, you probably saw it on Twitter, I am writing a Bandori fan fiction. I've got two installments are out on Wattpad. I'm going to be adding it to, I believe it's called Archive of Our Own. They say it's A03, I guess is the what most people call it. Another fanfiction place, and I think somebody mentioned fanfiction.net is another place that does fanfiction. I don't know if they have any anime there, but I have seen that A03 has some Bandori fanfiction there, so I will be adding those there. Yes, I'm researching. I'm doing research, Bandori research. I'm actually watching it for story purposes. So that's what I've been doing this past week, since last week when I got the gumption to say, oh, somebody's writing some fan fiction. Oh, I'm gonna write one too. I have an idea. Let's do this. So the story takes place during season 2, hence my rewatching season 2 and trying to look beyond just the watching the story, despite the fact that every so often I'll be watching it and the content will hit me in the feels, and that will sort of I'll have to take a step back and go, okay, I can't do the feels right now. I gotta watch it from a very clinical side. It really doesn't work. I have to take the feels with the clinical side. It's just how it is. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. Apparently, I'm quoting a lot of 80s songs right now. You guys will just have to deal with it. That is part of the content that comes with yes, research. Exactly that. No, well, research primarily because the sequences that I'm writing parallel the events going on during season 2. So there's actually a sequence that takes place in the anime that my character enters into, and so I repeat it there, but add that my character interacting with those other characters, but she sees that event take place, and so I'm going in so that I can reflect that event happening in the story as it had happened in the anime as well. So that's what I'm calling research. And so in particular, the timing that takes place between the events that happen to my character in the story to events that are about to take place in this particular episode, I'm lining up the timing so that they will, in the story, meet at the appropriate time. And I'm one of those people writing stories where, for example, and I believe Jay and Stuka have seen this before, the one that you guys are familiar with was the idea of a story I had about a taking place in a steampunk universe, steampunk world, a naval vessel that I had written out the crew. I had the crew manifest who was where, who did what position, and I think you guys had seen. I had written out the watch standing list. Who was on day watch, who was on night watch, who was on dog watch for each of these stations on this particular vessel, and it was pretty much the size of a World War II battleship. So I had gone to look up, I think in the Blue Jackets manual, I had found a table of jobs or descriptions of the watch standing lists, copied that down and said, okay, these characters need to be here at this particular time, and then it fit in the story. Yes. I'm not sure exactly where that is. It's as much as you guys read. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. We shall see. It may come back after I write the story. We'll see what happens. It's still sort of up in the air. There was another one that takes place in the same world further later on in the story, or no, earlier on in the story, and this one is sort of a family drama about a family owns a shipping company, and all the sort of intrigue, company intrigue that happens. There's corporate espionage and family dynamics, and the passing of the torch, and the daughter becomes the new president. I'm not sure exactly. If you guys have ever watched Dynasty or Dallas or any of those family soap operas from the 80s, it's sort of, I was trying to do something along those lines. But anyway, see, so I am the kind of person that will drill down to make sure that everything fits. That's one example of just the detail that nobody else is going to see, but for me I need that to work. The other thing is, I mentioned, I think in the past, in one of the past streams last week, I think it was, my cat and mouse serial that I wrote back in 2008, ran for 3 seasons as a web fiction serial. In order to make sure that I knew where the places these ladies were going for their jobs, I needed to know what was there in the city that I had created, what was there, and if I had to reference it in a later story, I had to make sure that everything there was continuity. So in addition to creating the places and writing down my own little Bible, I actually have a map of the city. It's 12 pages long on graph paper with every street labeled and markings for where the different buildings are. So at any one time, I can take those pieces of paper, I can take that city and say, they're here at this street. What are the streets around them? How many blocks will it take them to get to this part here where I have put up this thing? So yeah, that's sort of the level of detail that I will go to just for a story. It's probably not what everybody does. I'm sure some people will just sort of think about it on the fly, but in terms of writing this particular piece of fan fiction, I want to make sure that in this sequence that I'm writing, that it falls in line with what was displayed or depicted in the anime, and that I depict that correctly, and as well as showing my character going into, because she ends up interacting with a lot of the characters in the anime through the course of her story, that when she interacts with them, it's within the scope of what was depicted. It's not something that happens in the anime, of course, since I'm sort of writing peripheral characters, but what she sees happening as she's looking, it's like she sees an event happening, and then she interacts with them shortly thereafter, or it happens as she's watching, if that's making sense. For instance, here, and those of you coming up who are reading this will see this in an upcoming installment. My main character goes to Hanajo's. She's a second-year transfer student. She goes to the entrance ceremony where Shirokane-san has her moment up on stage, that she's very shy, and she's having trouble giving her speech to the incoming students. I portray that in the story because my main character is sitting in the audience watching the dark-haired girl up on stage, who is the student body president, being very shy and looking like she's about to cry and being very nervous up on stage. So I wanted to make sure that I can see that I portray that with her in the middle of it, if that makes sense. And I do mention the teal-haired girl standing behind her, which you all know as Hikawa-san, SHIYOU. And there's a interaction between my main character and her in that same one. So right now, that research was me watching and rewatching season 2, episode 1 over and over, because this next part of the story takes place within the scope of the events that happen in that particular episode. So, long story short, yeah, I'm writing Bandori fanfiction. There you go. There it is. That was like 10 minute long explanation or something. But and I still have three mochi. 3 mochi left. I can talk about this all night. But as I'm looking at the clock right now, it is almost 10 o'clock. We've been at this since 8. It's almost 2 hours. Happy birthday, Aiai. That was the primary thing. Everything is related. Again, everything is related. But again, happy birthday. Happy birthday to my favorite SHIYOU. There she is. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. May you have many, many more. So I think we're gonna end up calling it here in terms of the stream. I'm glad you guys were able to come and join me with all the streamers on this stream. Look at that! Yay! And I've got 3 pieces of mochi that I'm going to finish in the next. Yeah, because I start talking and I'm just gonna yap away. I'm gonna eat the rest of these mochi because this just looks very, very tasty. I have cake that has to go in the fridge. Probably should go in the fridge so it doesn't spoil, because there's that cream. I mean, look at that. That's just, and it's got the What is it? White chocolate. It's got white chocolate. Oh, crap. Yeah, it's got white chocolate, and I just smeared it all over. Just smeared it all over the top. So anyway, happy birthday, Aiai. Thank you for being you. Here's to a fabulous year for you. And thank you for being Aiai. You're my hero, Shiro, as it were. So anyway, thanks you guys for coming along on this little trip. Thank you for listening to my song. She's probably sneezing. That was the purpose. It's nice to see everybody. May, Stuka, Jay, Haru, I know you're there. Amber, I know you're there too. So next week we're going to eat a chococorne for Rimi Nishimoto's birthday, or Nishimoto Rimi's birthday. Rimi Rin, our SHIYOU for birthday. Next week we're probably going to be talking about. We'll talk about some more about Love Live, because by then we should have episode 12 coming out. I've been watching Pride of Orange. We're probably going to be 3 episodes in. I'm really curious to see where we're going with episode 2. I've not watched it yet. So that'll be coming up next. The other one that I just happened upon, because it popped up on my Twitter. Again, these all pop up on my Twitter feed. Is a show. I believe it's called Sakugan. It's takes place in the future. It's basically father-daughter mecha. I know some of you don't care much for mecha. This one is kind of cute. I mean, it's more about the interaction between the dad and the young daughter, who's kind of like a little mechanical genius type, and dad is like, I don't want to, let you run off doing adventure-y things, so I'm going to go with you. And they basically go on a journey outside of their little colony, out into the wilds of what they call the labyrinth, because everybody lives underground, and so on. And she's looking for this specific place, kind of like it's a tower of some sort. There's some backstory behind it, but she's trying to get there. It's something that she needs to do, and then dad says, "Okay, I'll help you. I'll get it." So far, it's kind of cute. Very much a sort of a father-daughter kind of thing. We'll see where it goes. I'll talk about that next week. The other one was Banished. I called it Banished. I was banished, something like I was banished from the hero's party, and now I'm going off into the country to live a quiet life, something like that. One of these ones with the ginormous long title. I'm not sure what the penchant for that is. Do they really need a long title? Can you? I don't know. But anyway, you've seen some other titles for anime like that. I think that's one of the more longer ones. But anyway. That one's a little bit interesting. Again, like Pride of Orange, I had some issues in terms of pacing in the first episode. Second episode actually started to pick up a little bit. I'll talk some more about that next time. And then just a reminder, coming up in November, May is going to be a guest here on the show, and we're going to talk about Macross, which I'm currently watching, just to refresh my memory. We'll talk about her with that. We'll have a Macross discussion. If you guys want to join in the Macross discussion, Robotech is currently streaming on Funimation. I'm not sure if that's the version you saw, May, or if you saw the original Japanese with subtitles. I've seen that. I've actually found Macross streaming with subtitles, the original Japanese. So I'm in the middle of watching that, and I'm probably just gonna go from that and then just go back from memory of what I remember the English version. It's more of a shortened version of what was done in Japanese with various changes. I don't think there's that much difference, except for character names are different. But anyway, if you're interested and you want to talk about that, we can discuss the nuances between the two. I'm up for that. That'll be fun. Go check it out on Funimation, who's streaming it right now. You watch the English stuff? Okay, yeah. I'm currently watching that right now, and I just finished the second episode. They're in space, and yeah, and then the fun begins. So if you guys are interested in that, come check us out. That'll be the let me look at my calendar here. That will be in November 13th. Here, the 14th for May, and we'll touch base later May and deal with some tech issues for that. But I hope you guys will be able to join us. That'll be a fun conversation. I'm looking forward to hearing what May thought. Her Twitter stream at the time that she was watching it led me to believe she enjoyed it. Is what her Twitter stream said. And then if I get a chance, I'm probably going to also talk about the movie, which I completely adored. And if you guys are interested in that too, we're going to watch the series and then watch Do You Remember Love? Because that was just watch it. Just watch it. So I will see May. And then the week before, Vic, who you've seen here on stream before, he will be on the show, and I'll do an interview with him, talking to him about the Anime Weeb channel that he's got. He just did a overview, a history of Bandori, which is kind of cool. I've watched. I think it's like 20 minutes long or so, 19-20 minutes long. I've seen the first 5 minutes. It's kind of good. I'm enjoying myself. I'm going to watch the rest of it, and then I'll probably have some questions for him. He also, like I said, he podcasts on anime, so I'll be talking to him about that, and just we'll chat. A couple guys chatting. Maybe we'll have some beers. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna have some water. I'm probably gonna have coffee from our unofficial sponsor. But anyway, that will be the week before, which is looking at my calendar, the 6th here in the U.S. And I think his time, he's India Standard Time, is going to be the 7th, sometime in the morning or midday for him. So be sure to join us for that one. That's going to be fun. And as we get into the 10 o'clock time hour, it's 9:59 now. Again, I want to thank everybody for showing up for the stream. That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed seeing me make a complete nut of myself, which is just par for the course for me. Thank you for coming to the stream. Yes, purple. I have red, blue, and one of those little blowy things. But anyway, there is so much. I have so much streamers on my floor right now. I'll be picking up. Thankfully, I did not get didn't get confetti, because I think if I threw that in the air, it would be everywhere, and I would probably be picking it out of various places in my room for the. Yes, you're welcome. I'm glad you guys had fun. Thank you for coming, and say happy birthday, Aiai. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. All right. Good night, folks. We'll see you next time for episode 16 of Let's Animate next week. All right. And I take you to just last time, right? Isn't she just awesome? All right, folks. Good night.